Let me ask you, when was the last time you woke up feeling completely refreshed without an alarm? Or have you ever caught yourself yawning at your 11 a.m. meeting? If you've been struggling with sleep, chances are you've been struggling with some of these things too. And working in neurology every day, this is one of the most common things that we come across in patients. And so that's why this video right here will explore 5 of the most evidence-based ways to drastically improve your sleep so that you rest better than 99% of people. The first principle is based on consistency. Your body thrives on consistency, and there is a special sleep-wake cycle that is built into your body called your circadian rhythm. The hormone melatonin plays a huge role in the regulation of the sleep-wake cycle, and there are now countless studies such as this one right here that have now proven that regulating when you go to bed and when you wake up and making that a consistent thing is one of the best things you can do to improving your sleep-wake cycles. So regardless of the weekday or the weekend, set aside a time that you will go to bed and a time that you will wake up and make that a priority. Soon that will be built into your body's internal clock, and it will become effortless to fall asleep and wake up at those times. The second principle is to design your environment where you sleep so that it turns into a sleep sanctuary. Your brain is a thing of habit. That's why when you wake up in the morning, you crave your morning tea or coffee. It wired those connections together at some point. And in very much the same way, your sleep environment needs to trigger a sleep response in your brain. So don't use your sleep environment or your bedroom for work or for any sort of overly mentally stimulating activities like video games or whatever. Focus on making your sleep environment or your bedroom an area of sleep, so that when you enter into your bedroom, your brain automatically goes to a state of sleep. And how you create a more sleep-friendly environment is by making sure that the room is cool, relatively darker, and relatively quiet. Which sounds pretty obvious, but you'd be amazed at how many people actually don't pay attention to this when they are designing their sleep environment. And this study right here proves just how much a role habit plays in terms of your sleep environment. Controlling that environment will go a long way in controlling your sleep. 3. Apart from taking supplements or things like that, rather embrace natural light and natural movement routines to drastically improve your sleep quality. Morning sunlight is one of the best things you can do to help regulate that melatonin cycle or sleep-wake cycle in your body. And when you couple that morning sunlight with a bit of light-hearted physical activity, that also helps to play a huge role in regulating that melatonin cycle. And while we're speaking about light, there have been quite a few studies now coming out where it has been shown that blue light may indeed play a role in melatonin release, and in turn disrupting our sleep. So a general good practice is to avoid any sort of artificial blue lights against your face, whether it's from your phone or your laptop or your TV, at least half an hour to an hour before bed. 4. Watch what you put into your body. What goes into your body has a huge role on the quality of your sleep. So avoid stimulants like caffeine or a nicotine at least 6 hours before bed, because it can remain in your system for sometimes even much longer, disrupting your sleep in the process. And while we're talking about what you put into your body, be careful about having a heavy meal right before bed, because that could really disrupt the quality or the depth of your sleep. One of the biggest sleep myths that I've come across is people talking about having a little nightcap of alcohol of your choice right before bed. Maybe it might help some people feel a bit more drowsy, but there are now studies such as this one right here that have shown that alcohol really disrupts the quality and the depth of your sleep. So it doesn't really help at all. So essentially, about an hour before bed, avoid too many stimulants, avoid too much food, and try to drink your water at least an hour before that, because you don't want to wake up through the night just to go to the bathroom. And the 5th principle is perhaps a bit tricky, but has to be said. Reducing your stress levels will play a huge role in improving your sleep quality. A lot of the times, people wake up in the early hours of the morning flooded with all sorts of stressful and anxiety-filled thoughts. And so how you can reduce this over time is by introducing introducing stress-reducing techniques over time, such as cognitive behavioral therapy or mindfulness-based meditation or even yoga. Or if you can't do any of those things, at least spend some time reading a book or spending time with your loved ones or engaging in your favorite hobby. Whatever it is that works for you to reduce your stress levels, bring more of that into your life. Because if you couple that with other things like exercise, for most people, then sleep drastically improves. And that turns into a positive cycle, because once your sleep improves, over time, your stress levels actually also come down. I'm sure you've had experiences where you go to bed quite stressed out at night, then you have a good night's sleep and you wake up feeling a lot more refreshed and a lot more calm. Sleep is crucial for handling your stress. So if you are trying to tackle your stress, don't sleep on your sleep. And this is vitally important because sleep plays a huge role in also removing toxic waste that builds up during the day in your brain. And I've made just a video right here exploring just how a secret system built into your brain is activated during your sleep. Check it out right here. I'll see you there.